Hello everyone, long time no see. I do apologise, it has been a while, and this is more of a life update kind of thing to let you know where we're up to, what's going on and why we've been so MIA. It has been difficult, motherhood is hard, especially in the first few months, but we're getting there. We're starting to establish a routine, we're starting to establish things going right for once. Little man is starting to get into a bit of routine himself. He's starting to get used to when he goes to bed and everything else. The downside is he usually goes to bed after the girls, so we usually don't have a lot of time during the day to actually edit, because on the rare occasion we actually do. I was about to get on a bit of a tangent there. Let me start from the beginning. It's been challenging, and at the moment the girls are spending a lot of time in the bird room, which we feel super guilty about, like really guilty about. At first we did try to have them downstairs while little man was sleeping and having naps, and when he was a tiny little potato it wasn't too bad. The girls would quite happily sit on our shoulder on one side while he had a nap and stuff on the other side, and it was great. We could handle it, it wasn't too bad. However, now that he's actually around 4.5 months old, he is starting to grab things and flail and everything else. He started that around 3 months old, so when the hand movements and flailing started kicking in and the grabbing and scrabbing started to kick in, it made it quite challenging and sometimes unsafe to have the girls around him. So because of that, they have spent more time in the bird room than we would like. They do still come down now and again on days that both me and Jason are home and we actually have some time spare, we're not going out and we're not doing anything mad, or any time that little man actually has a quiet moment, which is very rare. He is very much a very active boy that wants to talk to you and be interacted with at all times, which again makes it very difficult when you have a baby that wants to be interacted with, a parrot that wants to be interacted with, and another parrot that wants to be interacted with, and then a cat screaming at you on the floor. It gets very challenging very quickly, very easily. So for everyone's safety and to avoid any accidental injuries and bites, the girls are spending a lot more time in the bird room than we would like. It is very difficult emotionally, because we hate leaving him in there so much. We hate that we only really get to see them for maybe half an hour a day at the minute. And they also are getting very frustrated at only seeing us for half an hour a day at the moment, which it sounds awful. It sounds so awful, and I feel like the worst owner, but they still have an entire room to play in. They get to play in the room all day long. They have loads of toys, they have fresh bedding, we clean the room regularly. We do training with them at least once a day, so they are still getting a lot of engagement. They are still getting a lot of time with us, just nowhere near the level that we could do before we had our little boy. And the only reason I'm actually able to record this video right now is because little boy is fast asleep. He is snoozing, thankfully. I do apologise, it has just been so hectic and so chaotic to try and have everyone down at the same time. Or like I said, it's been a case of little man has been too risky to have around the girls, so they have spent more time upstairs. So because of that, I've not been able to record anything with them, and vice versa. I'm usually very attentive with little man, or trying to interact with him or care for him, or Jason's trying to interact or care for him. So we just physically haven't had the time to video or record anything at all, because we've just been so busy. Social media and videos and editing and everything has been completely off the table. It hasn't even been a consideration of ours. We've just had to get through things. We've just had to survive, basically. On top of this, we are having some financial difficulties. Me being on maternity and not earning a lot of money has come with its own challenges and difficulties. So we have had to seriously budget and be very careful about what we're spending, which has made us very money conscious and a little stressed, which again has had a knock-on effect to me actually recording and making videos, or having time to record or make videos, because the last thing you want to do when you are heavily stressed and overwhelmed and everything going on is then add something else to your plate. Sorry, it really sounds like I'm actually having a massive rant and complaint at the moment, but this is just letting you know what life has been like for us at the minute. But again, because the girls need attention, because we've been looking after little man, because we've had to go out doing appointments and shopping and doctor's visits and vaccinations and everything else in between, there has physically been no time at all for me to video edit, let alone record. There has been no time for me to video edit whatsoever. So that is why videos have been a little lacking at the moment, and they will probably continue to be a little lacking for another month or two, which I am really sorry about. We do have so many videos planned. We've got training video plans, educational video plans, answering your questions, and so much else, but we just physically don't have the time at the moment to record or edit any of those videos. They are gonna be coming. but it is going to be more towards the end of this year, and we are still here. The girls are still okay. They are in their room playing, and they are still very, very happy girls, even if they don't get to see us as much as we would like. But thank you very much for your patience and for checking in with us and for still being part of this channel. Thank you so much. We are so grateful. If you do want to keep up with us a bit better or a bit more up to date, we do now have a Facebook page, which I have been heavily encouraged by so many of my friends to actually start, and also by you guys. We have so many of you constantly asking us, do we have Instagram, do we have TikTok, or everything like this. I'm not a particular fan of TikTok because it's very addictive. However, we have started a Facebook page. So if you are absolutely desperate, you can send us a quick message, but please keep in mind, we are very, very busy people and we don't have a lot of time. So it may take us a while to respond to your messages. If you do message us, you can also interact and comment and post on there and have a bit more of an engagement. I am currently trying to upload photos and videos of memories from our past, so not necessarily recent stuff, but trying to upload more short form content on there and posts on there so you can actually see what's going on behind the scenes. And at the moment it is primarily memories, but eventually it will start being behind the scenes kind of stuff. So the stuff that I don't post to YouTube will be going on the Facebook page basically. So if you want to actually get in touch with us or message us or anything like that, that is going to be the best way to do it going forward. We're still going to have the big long educational videos and like training videos and stuff on here eventually, but if you do want to keep more up to date with what's going on day to day, Facebook is going to be sadly the best place to do it. On another note, you may or may not know that Think Parrots 2026 is actually going ahead again this year. It is going to be on June the 7th, I believe. Don't quote me on that, I could be wrong. But it is going to be the first weekend in June down at Kempton Racecourse as usual. Me and some of my friends actually are going to have stalls there. I am not officially going to have a stall. My friend is technically the one with the stall, Parrots Palace, and she has actually invited me and a couple of our other friends to actually be on the stall with her. So me and my friend Sophie are actually going to be focusing on free flight training, recall training and trick training, and basically just there to answer your general questions around those topics. Our friend House of Conyers is going to be there talking about baby birds and baby parrots and adoption and buying baby birds and trading baby birds and things like that, and what to look out for in a good breeder. And then we're also going to have our friends Fruity Flock and A Toy a Day selling their stickers and their parrot toys. So if you want any of those, whether you want to meet myself and the girls, because the girls and Jason and Little Man is going to be with us, it's going to be a big family affair. So whether or not you actually want to meet us, or whether or not you want to meet Little Man, because some of you have inquired over him, or whether or not you want to meet the Fruits, whether or not you want to meet House of Conyers, or whether or not you want to see the amazing Zons of Parrot Palace, because we are going to be doing a free flight talk and potentially a small free flight display in the auditorium or in one of the rooms, I can't remember, but we are going to be there interacting. Sadly, we will not be buying anything this year, so it's going to be far too busy, far too hectic. But if you want to come and watch our shows, our free flight talks, our free flight displays, our training talks, then please come along. We are not yet have set times, but we are trying to work it out as to what time we're going to be doing these talks and displays. I may or may not be busy sometimes because I am currently learning sign language with the hope of becoming a sign language interpreter. There is actually a deaf person that goes to Think Parrots that has asked if I can help them out to help them understand the talks and the shows and things like that. So I might not be available all the time to have a chat. But like I said, Jason will be there with Little Man and the girls, and we will be doing some talks and some displays and some demonstrations as well. So if you want to come along and see us, meet us, have a chat with us, that is another way to do it. And Think Parrots is a great event with so many different parrot stalls and things you can buy and treat your parrot to. Parrot food, parrot toys, parrot cages and aviaries. It's like there's so much that you can actually learn and do there. It's a fantastic place to actually get some education. And our friends Bird Nerd Sophie and the parrot teacher are also going to be there again this year. So please, please, please come down and have a nosy, get to meet all these amazing people, get to learn all these different things, and also see what you can treat your parrot to, because honest to God, they've got so many different stalls there. It's great. Anyway, I will leave that there. So I do apologize. That is where we're up to, and I am sorry that this is just a quick short little life update. I promise longer videos, more educational videos, more training videos will be coming at some point. I know I keep promising it and they still don't arrive, but life is chaotic right now. You have no idea how hard it is to have 2 parrots, a cat and a baby all vying for your attention at the same time. It is difficult. On top of that, we're having some house maintenance problems as well, but again, if you want any behind the scenes stuff, I'll throw that up on Facebook. But thank you ever so much for staying with us, guys, and thank you again for your patience and your time and your effort. Apologies that you're having to wait a bit longer. We might be MIA on here for a little bit. Again, probably only posting maybe 1 video a month at the minute, just because of how crazy and hectic things are. But I promise, as soon as things start to stabilize and start to get a little easier, whether or not that little man goes into nursery for a couple of days a week, or whether or not he just starts self-entertaining and self-playing for a little bit longer, just to allow me to actually record things and get stuff out for you guys. Once things settle down, he just needs to be a tiny bit older. He just needs to be just a little bit more older, and then I can actually start getting back into the swing of things again. So thank you ever much again, guys, and if you're going to Think Parrots, I really hope to meet you there. And if not, I hope you're having a wonderful day and a lovely time. I hope you're all having the most amazing time. I really do.